Hello. Hello, my dear collective. So, this is one of those random readings as per usual. We're going to just dive right into it. Um, I was tuning into lacrosse, okay? Um, Dandelion. You could play lacrosse, you could like to watch that um, sport. Um, but all in all, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like this would tie into the reading I did in relation to being spiritually attacked and humanly attacked. It's just a different vibration. You know, when people hate you for based on envy, jealousy, you know, it's a different type of vibe when people are trying to spiritually attack you because of they hate you because of your spiritual protection, your spiritual team, your belief system. Like there's a difference, right? Obviously, you can be attacked for both, but I clearly made a distinction on, you know, what can be forgiven and what is a really hard time to forgive. So, for instance, like if somebody's unawake and they attack you, and like somebody that does something spiritual, but they are not aware of your spirituality or anything spiritual, and they just attack you for the sake of attacking you, they're unawakened. Basically, they don't know what they're doing. They're like, you know. But on this planet, on this earth, when they actually attack you, and it's based on worldly things, so your money, like not on a spiritual level, but based on jealousy, envy, because you can be spiritually envious of somebody or jealous, but I don't know about you, but I feel like it's a difference when somebody's envious, jealous of you, fights with you on this planet, okay, trying to block you on this planet, and you can know who is doing what depending on what. What I've noticed, just as an example, when you get like attacked in your dreams, you know, there are a lot of weird stuff that happens in your dreams, and that is like a sign of getting spiritually attacked. But it doesn't mean that it would take that moment, that sequence would be in reality, but it was trying to do something to keep you stuck, at least spiritually, okay? So haters on earth, basically anyone that's trying to destiny swap, don't feel like you're good enough, should have enough, envy, jealousy, etc., all that and above. These people are about to get their karma, okay? Again, there's also spiritual karma and literal karma. Like, you know how the saying goes, if you want to get back at I know they're sorry masculines, but you know how people will be like, if you want to get back at a masculine, don't do it on an emotional level. How you get back when it comes to masculine, you attack their pockets, okay? That's what you need to attack what they care about. From what I noticed, masculines tend to care a lot about their money, okay? More so anything emotional. I feel like that's why men or certain masculines can kind of say and do whatever, but as long as their money is good, it's whatever. You know, that's why they seem to be. That's why we live in a male dominated world, okay? Even if it's a feminine you're dealing with, they can act from a masculine energy, and that is the most craziest thing ever, right? When a feminine doesn't have empathy for you or sympathy, especially for a feminine, and they're attacking you, that is some deranged stuff, okay? Like when a feminine goes masculine in their behavior, the unalignment, okay? I'm trying not to do too much on the technicalities, and I can hear that I'm doing so, but you guys got some haters, guys got some people that are trying to block you, trying to confuse you, have you on gaslighting you, Even if there's proof, even if there is proof, they're still trying to block you. So this is what we're going to check with the cards right now. Maybe it's in the sports field because I mentioned lacrosse, okay? And there's always competition there. There's always competition. So this could be somebody that's in competition with you. There are other messages that I got as well. The mind is not clocking in. So I'm gonna tell you, they will get their karma. Whether spiritual, like if they affected you spiritually, even as you as a human being, which is kind of like forgive and forget, there is this thing called spiritual karma, and then there is this thing called actual karma, where it's like I said, if a masculine hurts you, attack their pocket, or they will lose money on that end. If it's on a feminine energy, maybe attack something they care about, or that's something that will turn against them in that sense. Now, I'm not saying you're supposed to do any reversals. Not that. It's more so if you're going to view it from the lens of karma, spiritually and physically. But we are talking about the 3D matrix, the world, every day. People do you wrong. These are the people that we're, at least for this reading, tuning in for. So why do they hate you? If it's on a human based, because what I'm channeling here is that they don't feel like you deserve what you deserve. But that's not their say though. They don't have that authority. They think they do, but they don't. And the funny thing is that, again, there is also proof or support that supports you to get what you need to get. And even if there wasn't proof, if God is vouching for you, why do we need to care about men? If God has already said that's yours, doesn't matter what man thinks. I always say this to myself. This is what I've been starting to say. Like, if it's something, ask God. Like, if it's something on the physical, I know I can handle that because He gave me my body, my brain, my tools, my mouth to handle it. Okay? But if it's something spiritual, let God take the will and deal with it. But sometimes God can also, if not, step in if it's something that's happening on a matrix level, worldly level, right? On a human level. But oftentimes, I feel like we be able to handle it ourselves, okay? And what I know is that when things are too much, God is like, okay, I will step in. That's just me, though. For some guys, God is like, you don't even have to do anything. He's going to step in. Or for some guys, you're like, when are you going to come through, right? But I say this to say, the reason why they don't think that you deserve, we got keys here. So maybe they don't want you to have a key to something. They don't feel like you deserve a key. Or I feel like because it turned out like this, I think the reality is they don't want you to know that you have a key. And speaking of the Matrix, remember the key master, he had the keys to every door throughout the entire Matrix, okay? And I remember, now this was a while ago, but I do remember him saying when one is supposed to contact the key master, it will be at the end of the game or end of the line. Like, this is not something where you can just kind of jump in and now is the time for, how do I say this? He's like one of the more final players to contact. Like, this is like when it's emergency. So in that case, I feel like you're very close to getting your key, collective. You're very close. And you have many options. And I feel like whoever's against you, trying to block you, they don't want you to realize that you have many options. They don't want you to realize that you have what? Many keys. That means that you have many opportunities. You have many doors. If you have a key, you can open a door. You can open a door to your opportunity. And the people that are hating, or people, they're trying their very best to not make you see what's owed to you, what you have, or try to hide it. But they can't. Again, if there's physical proof, they can't hide it for long. If the spiritual proof is good, it's better if there's physical proof to the things that you're supposed to get and what's owed to you and what you actually have. Also tuning into inheritance could be relevant as well. So again, money owed to you. Keys could open doors to anything. But I feel like this is a good thing, and that's why them or this person is trying very hard to not make you see it. I don't feel like they can block it. I feel like you know what it is, but they're hoping that you don't know what it is. Okay? It's sad though. So I'm gonna tell you this: whatever is supposed to be yours, nothing can change that. For some of you guys, it's specifically in relation to communication. This is why they're going so hard, being against you, blocking you, or not trying to make sure that you are in good frequencies with so and so. So, specifically when it comes to this, right? Maybe somebody wants to reach out to you or talk to you, or somebody is supporting you, or anything, right? They're also trying to block communication. They're trying to block communication here. Maybe they're doing something with your text, email, call, whatever the case may be, or they're doing so when it comes to the other person that might have the door to your key, okay? They don't want people to be interested in you. You have to have, they want you to be alone, secluded, and take everything that you have, or this is what they are giving the illusion to you. Because I'm gonna tell you this, why to this day, collective, I don't understand the hateration from certain people. Okay? Especially if things can be proven. Statements, words, actions. Like if they see you kind heart, if they see that you have support, if they see that you are balanced, if they see whatever the case may be, like it's almost like they know that you'll be good and they know that this is for you, but they don't want it. But why though? Because it's not like you're below them. It's not like, you want to take something of theirs. But why are they going so hard against collective and feeling like, no, they need to take everything that's yours? Or at least not make, well, I will say this, they can't take it, but they don't want you to realize it, okay? Because again, I will be honest, they can't really do anything against something that is for you. You will be good either way, okay? But we're just checking with the cards to see. For some of them, they could have struggled with their faith with God, or with their spouse, or them being mistreated, or them, not having love. So for some of you guys, it's not just opportunities. It's not just people that want to support you and be there for you or have something to say and advice for you. It's because you're also getting a love life. You're getting the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. For some of you guys, it could be an Aquarius. The fact that you're getting a relationship. Like just a simple collectivist married, just a simple collectivist, and they met somebody, just a simple somebody loves them, not just in love with them, but they love them, they truly like them. So this is also why they're trying to attack you. You have somebody, they don't. If it's not love, which is like, some people read it. I get it though. But for some of you, it's love related. That's why they're trying to block you, feel some type of way, take what you have, destiny swap, etc. The connection you have with God, the love you had with God, and the fact that He is your TRUTH. He is the one that vouches for you, provides for you, stands 10 toes down for you, speaks for you, move mountains for you. Now, I don't know about anyone else. I think it's going to be a little bit harder to go against God's words. Heavy on God's love. Like, if God loves you, and you love God, I think it's going to be really hard for the opposition to be, let's take them down. Maybe it would be easier if it was like a human spouse, partner. But I'm not saying it will be successful, because if God wants you guys to be together, then so be it. And probably this is why they're attacking you. But for anyone to attack you based on the love God has for you, or the love you have for God, they're in for something. And it's not looking good. It is not looking good. Okay? Based on this card, I don't know, their work might be affected. Okay, I don't know, they might lose their work. This is the Five of Cups. It talks about being at loss, losing something. Okay, obviously the cups could also be symbolic for drinking, over drinking, spilling the tea. Somebody's somebody's jeopardizing their work when they're going against you, which would jeopardize their money, their stability. Maybe they will turn to drinking. Hey, maybe for some of you guys who were hoping that you fall into this addictive behavior, let's say if it is drinking, so they can kind of pin that to your demise, to your fall. But you're bigger than that. Number one, if you love yourself. Number two, number one, if God loves you. But, number two, if you love you. Number three, if people love you. Okay, so it's a little bit hard going against somebody that loves themselves, that God loves, and that have people loving them. Why they're trying so hard against you is mind-boggling. It's crazy to me. Like, if you were in any competition, if it was strife, if you know this is your own enemy, fine. But these are people or person that just have animosity towards you, and now they're jeopardizing your work. Like, for what though? Because I'm not seeing that you're coming up in any way, shape, or form that they can even deem you to be a competitor or an enemy. Like, there's no way where they can be like, oh yeah, Collective did this, that. There's no way where it's like, they have no ground, they have no substance for attacking you. And they know this, so I guess if they're attacking you based on your good nature and they know this, the devil really has control over them. Because it's getting out of hand. It really is. Because I'm trying to logicalize this. Maybe you guys got into an argument. Maybe, I don't know, you said something off-putting, or you did something, or this is like a revenge. But I feel like this is people you don't even know. And if it's people you do know, like, I don't feel like you have the bad blood. So if it's people that you do know, Collective, it's people that have a grudge against you and they haven't let it go. And I'm talking about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30, maybe your entire life. They still have animosity towards you and trying to find a way to get revenge. If it's people you do know, okay? Which is really sad. It's people that don't have confidence. They thought that you would be down and bad, okay? They thought you would be lost. They thought that you will always be seeking and never finding. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. They thought that, let you become the toxicity that they see in their mind's eye when it comes to you. But you're not, though. The truth of the matter, all the toxicity, all the hateration, basically the darkness that they think that you are, or they're trying to paint you as to be, it's living inside them. Specifically the people that have a grudge against you that you know, and it's it's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a few years. Okay. This is an example. Like if you go to a family gathering, right, and you see your older aunt, and you like, it was 15 years ago. You say hello, and all they do is scoff at you and walk past you. And you're here thinking like, number one, they're a family friend or family. You meet them, it's been 10, 20 years. For them to still feel resentment? What for? What for? Why not just hash it out? Why not just communicate? Why hold on to that? Like, that is so energy draining. For some of you guys, based on that, it could be energy vampires that is, doing the most and trying to block you and shift energy with you and paint you out to be somebody that you're not, to get what you have or not make you see what you do have, because, hey, it's coming and it can't be blocked. It cannot be removed. It might be delayed, but it will never be taken away. Okay? Clock that shit. Okay? This is funny. It's funny. Oh my. So what you guys can expect, collective, after all is said and done, is peace. Because it will come. What I'm channeling here is delays is the aftermath right now. Okay? Or it has been for a while. But peace is yours. I feel like laughing right now, so you might also, you might be laughing at the situation, because this is how I feel. Because I'm tuning into like they want to be upset with you, but they can't. They literally can't. What you can expect is peace, rest, relaxation, meditation, and getting your energy back together, getting yourself back together. So listen, peace is your habitation. And what I'm getting here is them getting the opposite, which is suffering, having restlessness. Let's see, the opposite of Four of Swords. This is like, oh my god, this is really the opposite. So basically, they're gonna have the opposite of Four of Swords. I want to read it. So we got exhaustion. This is like for your enemies, the haters, the blockagers, the destiny swappers, the envious, the jealous. You know what it is. The people that don't want you to know that you have a key. Okay? They're payback, karma if you may, if you may, but like maybe it's gonna take place in May. If you may, in May. They are going to experience exhaustion, burnout, deep contemplation, and stagnation. And peace is yours. Some of you guys do need to meditate though. If you feel kind of like stressed right now, you don't have to be. But it is a stressful situation. It is an anxiety-driven experience with these people that have so much hateration against you and want to block you and so on. It takes a toll on your body, especially for an empath. It's energy draining. It very much is. If that's the case right now, because you will be the one that will have the last laugh. Okay, I'm gonna say that you will be the one that have the last laugh. You will be the one that's gonna overcome this illusion that they were trying to throw at you or make you feel delusional with the gaslighting, etc. and so on. You need to meditate, okay? Pray, meditate, whatever you do to make you feel zen. Get to it. But the enemy or the people that are against you, basically, they're going to suffer from burnout, exhaustion, stress, worry, but they don't. Did it? You know what it is? If it people that you do know that have the grudge, well, I feel like it's been coming. You know, that whole journey has been coming. But the people you don't know and be hating you for no reason, actually they don't know you from a lick of paint. It could be like a stranger at the grocery store. When they always see you, they always hate you, they always snark at you, and you don't know why. And I'm not talking about resting bitch face. So I'm thinking here, I'm gonna tell you this. They have no reason to be against you though, but for some reason you have something or have access to something right now, even though you have keys that they were trying to make sure you don't see, you have access to something that they don't have access to. Which I feel like is kind of weird because for some of these people collective, they have more than you. They have more than you. And if it's the sake of you having a love life, let's say you're the one that you're gonna get married, you have a spouse, right? And they don't. Like they're divorced, they don't have anyone. Nobody is stopping them from getting a new love, right? And maybe it's a bit hard there in terms of the people that you don't know and they've been hating you for no reason. Maybe they saw you out with somebody cute, and this thing, they're holding on to this for their life, okay? So maybe some of you guys, they're follow you on social media or something, but listen, for some of you guys, they have more than you. And they still want to take from you. They still want to hide things from you. They still want to be your enemy. Make it make sense. If you're an empath, like I don't want to be that person, but empaths usually get shitted on. They usually do. Like if you're an empathic person, so that could also be relevant. Where you're an easy target, so obviously, let's confuse them and take them or hide for them everything that is owed for them. But like, that could also be relevant, But like I said, they have no reason to hate on you. If it's people you know, especially if it's been a few years, they also have no reason to have a grudge against you. Some of them have more than you, but they still want to take from you. If you're an empath, I need you to be on top of your meditation game, okay? Because I don't want to be like that, but it seems to be a thing where it's much easier thinking from an empathic person, okay? Not everybody falls into that category because being nice and kind is not the same as being empathic, okay? You can have sympathy for somebody, which a lot of people should have, but being an empath is a different type of understanding, okay? So, yeah, I think that's it though. Anything else? We're gonna wrap it up, collective. Because you guys are gonna be good. The worst that you can expect right now is the delays, okay? If you haven't already felt like a delay, and what else? I think that's it though. Yeah, because you're gonna be the one that has the last laugh, and they're the one that's gonna be trapped and stuck. The Four of Swords, basically. But if some of you guys feel like this, like you are being controlled, or feel like stuck in your head, please meditate, whether you're an empath or not, because it's not your energy. It's not your energy. Because I'm gonna tell you this: they're doing this because of the keys you have in terms of your doors. Now, what's behind doors number 1, 2, and 3, and so forth, is between you and your destiny. Okay, for some it's love, for some it's money, for others it's basically a new chapter. Okay, a chapter where the opposition didn't want you to see or find or know about, but God has differences when it comes to that. And your destiny at hand have a difference on how the everyday man and woman have about your life, have to say about your life. Because I don't feel like you're somebody that you're logical. You can comply if you need to, but if God is like, no, this is for you. God is like, I'm gonna tell you this. God, your spirit team, they show you exactly what you need to know. Okay? Even the things you don't know. And this is on a spiritual sense. But like I said, for you guys in this reading, this is more so physical attacks. But you still have support. You're still gonna get the keys to your doors. Like, this is the type of reading where it's like, you can be justified. There is proof. There's people that can advocate for you. And even if they didn't, the person or people are against you, they know that you're not the person that they're trying to pinch you out to be. It's just almost like they're doing this deliberately. Like they're doing this knowing what they're doing. And that's even worse. That's even worse. If they know everything about you and they're still attacking you. Especially if you haven't done anything to them. If you don't know them. Like, make it make sense, right? They're digging their own grave. They really are. For some of you guys, they're attacking you based on your faith, like I said. So it could be spiritual, but again, you also have physical support. Whether it's you believing in yourself, believing in God, people supporting you, you having proof, you being loved, like I said. They can't change that. They really thought you'd be down and out, but you're not that type of person. And sorry to say, the way that they're gonna deal with this in a karmatic way, like, it's not gonna look good. Because again, they had no intention to be your enemy, your opposition, to hate you, to block you, to feel some type of way. Even the people that have grudges, because again, let's be logical. If it's been 10 years, at some point, especially if you know them, which I feel like that's more relatable, at any time, any month, any year, any event, any word of mouth through so and so could have reached that person, reached you, having a sit down, having a talking out. Okay? Because at some point, you probably interacted with each other, okay? And whatever happened with this grudge bullshit, you guys could have worked it out. But somebody or people, they were too stubborn to do so, and their heart is hardened, so now they're going to continue being on this bitter ass journey on I don't like collective. Because it's sad. I'm remembering, I don't know if this correlates, but some of the people that I watch online that are messengers, a lot of them deal with narcissistic people, including myself. And one person was like, I was trying to fix it with my mom, and I bought her this expensive, like she finally got money and she bought this expensive bag or whatever, and the mom was like in disbelief, or didn't want it, or was kind of like, is this all? It's just funny. It's funny to me. If it's a narcissistic person, it's a different ball game. But you're gonna win regardless. I'm gonna tell you this: if you're dealing with narcissistic people, because I just mentioned this, I think their karma is gonna be more severe. Because you have to remember, a narcissistic person, number one, they don't have empathy, but also two, they hate losing. Like, they could literally die if their version of truth is not DTRETH. So somebody might be like, let the demons, let death take over me, like your enemy or opposition. If they're narcissistic individuals, they might be like, the narcissist would be like, I'm gonna die in this hell. Even if it's wrong, they need to be mindful of their words. I don't feel like it's a narcissistic situation for. I'm gonna say this: if it resonates, it resonates. Okay, because I feel like the rest of the peoples that have a little bit more sense, even if they are your enemy, opposition, they're hating on you, etc., etc., they have a little bit more sense than the narcissist. Because the narcissist, they operate, these people that are against you and you know, your opposition and all that, they could have narcissistic tendencies, but it is a different ball game when they are a narcissist. Like that's one word I never would throw around, you know, easy peasy, because of what I've experienced, and I know what it is. I would never throw away that word here and there. I literally just got a call back, and it was like one of those spam calls. So make sure that you're not getting called from weird ass numbers as well while we're at it. So I might wrap it up.